Hi everyone, welcome to my cozy cottage. Today is a little different video, so if you're looking for decorating or a Temu haul, you may want to skip out this video today because this video is dedicated to my students and all of you teachers out there. Tootsie, are you going to be a good girl and we're going to do some things for our students today? Now let's see how Tootsie behaves when I give her a kiss. Here I come, little kisses. She just being a little cranky today. No kisses for you? Are you gonna be a good girl? Alright, so for all you students out there, I want you to behave for your teachers or your parents. And we're gonna practice some math facts. We're gonna do some friends of 10 families. First, let me look. Are you sitting nicely? Are you nice and quiet? Tootsie and I are gonna wait to begin. We need you crisscross applesauce if you're on the rug or sitting nicely on the couch and paying attention, not playing with the things on the floor. Okay, is there anybody out there, Tootsie, that you want to say hi to? Oh, is there a Brady out there? Is there a Mia out there? Is there a Max out there? Is there a... Tootsie, who else do we see out there? Oh, you want to name some more names right now? Okay, let's begin with the math facts. Oh, are you ready? Okay, my friends, read these math facts, please, to practice. 1 plus 9 equals 10. 2 plus 8 equals 10. 3 plus 7 equals 10. 4 plus 6 equals 10. 5 plus 5 equals 10. Next, I'm going to read this story. I have doggies barking. Can we read with doggies barking? Do I need to tell the doggies to sit and be quiet? I think I do. Hold on, we'll try again. So we are reading Edward the Emu. Edward the Emu was sick of the zoo. There was nowhere to go, there was nothing to do. And compared to the seals that lived right next door, well, being an emu was frankly a bore. Let's look at Edward the Emu. Oh my goodness, does he look happy? I don't think so. And this is what Edward looks like. Whoa. So that night when the zookeeper went home to bed, Edward jumped from his pen and he laughed as he said, "The seals are the best, anybody can tell. So tomorrow I'll just be a seal as well." The next morning at 9 when they opened the zoo, the seals were swimming and Edward was too. He dived in the water and basked in the sun and he balanced a ball on his beak just for fun. Look at the seal. He's probably wondering, what is this emu doing in my cage? Let's look at Edward. Here's Edward, right here, and he is looking at the seal right here. Well, Edward was really enjoying the day till he overheard someone behind the fence say, "The seals are always amusing, it's true, but the lion's the best thing at the zoo." What do we think Edward will do next? So at that night, when the zookeeper went home to bed, Edward jumped from the pool and he smiled as he said, "The lion's the best, anybody can tell, so tomorrow I'll just be a lion as well." So the poor sad seal, look at his face. I think he will miss Edward in his place. Let's look. We see the water splashing and feet just jumping out of the cage. The next morning at 9, when they opened the zoo, the lions were roaring, and Edward was too. Let's look at him. Oh my goodness, an emu trying to roar like a lion? I guess so. He snarled at the ladies and growled at the men. Life certainly was grand for a lion in his den. Well, Edward was having a wonderful day till a man in the crowd had the gumption to say, here's the lion over here sleeping in the tree. And let's go over here to see what he heard next. The lion's a beast I shall always detest, but the snakes are the things that I like to see best. Uh-oh, my friends, where do you think Edward the Emu is going to go next? I hate to say it, but I am so afraid of snakes. I hope that is not where he is going next. I'm afraid to turn the page. Are you sitting quietly for your parents or your teacher? I'm not turning until we know. Okay, I think I'm going to try to turn the page. Oh, phew. Well, right now, Edward is stepping on the lion's head. He does not look happy, and he is going to jump out of the cage. So that night, when the zookeeper went home to bed, Edward crept from the cage and he grinned as he said, if the snakes are the best things, and that's what they say, then tomorrow I'll just be a snake for the day. I don't think I'm ready to turn this page, my friends. I'm going to read this page, but I'm afraid to show you the picture. I hope you're not scared too. It's just a picture. All right, let's be brave. The next morning at 9, when they opened the zoo, the snakes were all hissing, and Edward was too. He slipped round the rocks. It was magic to see. Then he curled himself casually up around a tree. Are you sitting nicely and ready to see the picture? Oh, I'm so afraid of snakes. But let's look. Here it is. Look at the eyes. Oh my goodness. And here is Edward. Well, Edward was just warming up for the day when he overheard one of the visitors say, the snakes are impressive. I know that is true. But the emu's by far the best thing in the zoo. Let's look at Edward. What is he doing here? He's actually resting with a big green snake. That shows how big the snake is because Edward is really big too. I wonder what Edward will do next, my friends. What do you think will happen? Think in your head and sit quietly, and let's turn to the next page. Let's look closely at the picture. It looks like he's talking to the snake. Yep, the snake's looking up. Let's see what happens. The emu, gasped Edward. My goodness, that's me. I'm the thing that the gentleman most likes to see. Not the seals, the lions, the snakes, and the rest. It's Edward the emu he likes to see best. What do we think will happen next? Oh my goodness, my friends out there. I'm afraid to show you this picture, but don't be scared. I'm afraid of snakes, but thank goodness it's not real. So let me finish reading this story and I'll show you the picture. Are you sitting quietly? Are you paying attention? Okay. So that night when the zookeeper went home to bed, Edward slipped from the cage and he laughed as he said, if the emu's the best, then that's easy then. Tomorrow I'm Edward the Emu again. Well, I'm real happy. But guess what's on this page? Are you ready to see? Look at all these snakes. Oh my goodness, I'm so afraid of snakes. I am so glad that this is not real. Oh my goodness, Edward the Emu was with all of those snakes. But look, they're following him, but he's heading out of the cage. Here's his feet, and he's ready to go. Edward ran to the place where he used to reside, but oh, what a shock when he clambered inside. Look at his face. He's surprised. Do you know what he sees in his cage? Are you sitting nicely? Are you nice and quiet? All right, then I'll show you what he sees in his cage. Here's Edward. And look what's in his cage. There are 2 emus, and there's one in his cage. Let's see what happens on this page. He found himself suddenly come face to face with the emu they'd brought to take in Edward's place. Well, he left his cage, so they got another emu to take his place. The zoo couldn't have an empty cage where the emu should live. Let's see what happens. Do you think they'll be friends? The emus considered each other a while. Then the new emu said, with a shy little smile, "Hello, I'm Edwina. It's nice meeting you. You're the best thing I've seen since I came to the zoo." Now we have 2 emus. Oh my goodness. What do you think? Do you think they became friends? Well, that's the end of our story, and you get to guess whether you think they become friends. Thank you so much for watching, my little friends out there. I hope you have a wonderful day and listen to your parents and your teachers. Bye for now.